Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another pro wrestling related video. And I just wanted to give my take about this situation as a wrestling fan. I know that this is a situation that happened back in 2007, and yeah, what this pro wrestler did was a tragedy. What he did was terrible. What he did was horrible. But I just wanted to give my take on this situation because I've been playing a lot of WWE 2K25 lately, the video game, and I just wanted to give my take on this. So, yeah, here's my take on the Chris Benoit situation because it's still a big debate. To this day, people still talk about the situation that he did where he killed his wife, his son, and then he had killed himself. And this all happened back in the year of 2007. And Chris Benoit, he was only like 40 years old. But yeah, like I was just saying, Chris Benoit, what he did was a tragedy. It was horrible. It was terrible. Like what he did was really like disgusting. But yeah, the thing about it is that they said that Chris Benoit, as a professional wrestler, they said that like he had the brain of a 70-year-old man with multiple concussions. And just like the situation with CTE in the NFL, they said that that's, the situation with Chris Benoit. But this is my take. Yes, just, yeah, like Chris Benoit, I mean, yes, what he did was horrible, but as a professional wrestler, do I feel that Chris Benoit is one of the greatest professional wrestlers ever? Yes, I do. The stuff that Chris Benoit did as a professional wrestler, Chris Benoit was definitely phenomenal. It would have been nice if AJ Styles and Chris Benoit were to have like a rivalry, because when AJ Styles made his WWE debut, his first rivalry was against Chris Jericho. And you see, Chris Jericho is one of the best to ever do it when it comes down to professional wrestling, too. But yeah, the rivalry between AJ Styles and Chris Jericho was a pretty awesome one. I'm pretty sure like both pro wrestlers have like a lot of respect for each other. But yeah, I was thinking like a storyline with Chris Benoit and AJ Styles would be awesome, because that's the thing. Chris Benoit, him and Chris Jericho, they had a rivalry, I think, back when they did pro wrestling in Japan. You know what I mean? This is one of those wrestling matches that you can actually look up on YouTube, because I know West Side Gun and Benny the Butcher, they had made a song about it. I think the name of the song is called Lotto, where it shows like the match that both Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit had when they was doing pro wrestling in Japan. And the match is back when both Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit were both in their primes. And you see, even when it comes down to a wrestling fan like West Side Gun would probably say that Chris Benoit is one of the best wrestlers ever, despite what he had did. Because again, yes, what Chris Benoit did was terrible. It was horrible. Am I trying to back Chris Benoit up or anything? No, I'm not. I'm not. But that's the thing. Like he had like severe brain damage. Like he had the brain of a 70-year-old man with multiple concussions. And even like MVP was like even saying that there would be times where him and Chris Benoit would be going over stuff like in the wrestling ring, and Chris Benoit would just forget. So yeah, it seems like Chris Benoit, like before he had passed away, it seems like he was dealing with short-term memory loss. And, I mean, see, that's the thing about it. Like in the WWE, there's been like a lot of pro wrestlers that have passed away. And some of the pro wrestlers that passed away, the WWE didn't even mention anything about those wrestlers that died. When Umaga passed away, the WWE didn't even mention anything about it. When Big Daddy V passed away, the WWE didn't even mention anything about it. But the WWE, they did mention about Chris Benoit, but you see later on they stopped mentioning him, because once they found out what he did. Because that's the thing about it too. The Chris Benoit situation, they even said something about it having to do with him being on steroids. So yeah, but yeah, Chris Benoit, as a professional wrestler, he was one of the best to ever do it. As a wrestling fan, yeah, Chris Benoit was definitely one of the best. And as a playable character in the video games like SmackDown versus Raw 2007, I'm pretty sure Chris Benoit was a lot of people's favorite character to play with. And his theme song was like pretty awesome too. He definitely had one of the best theme songs as a WWE superstar, as a pro wrestler. But yo, as a wrestling fan, that's my take on the Chris Benoit situation. But yeah, my fellow wrestling fans, how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel that Chris Benoit was like one of the best wrestlers ever? Now, by me making this video, am I saying that I feel that Chris Benoit should be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame? No, 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 he shouldn't. But Chris Benoit was still one of the best pro wrestlers of all time, and yo, yeah, like he passed away back in 2007 and he was only 40 years old. But yeah, yeah, R.I.P. Eddie Guerrero, R.I.P. Chris Benoit. But yeah, that's my take. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. And again, my new song, my new track, my new record, my new single, Doing Something Right Again. It's on my YouTube channel and it's also on my SoundCloud. Y'all can follow me on SoundCloud at Wally G. It's also on my TikTok and you can follow me on TikTok at WallyG25. Let's run it up. Let's blow it up. Love y'all.